Good morning. Hey, sisters. Good morning. Good morning. How are you all? Hope everyone is doing good. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday morning. Well, I'm just making sure everything hits. Just want to get this going. Just bear with me. I'm multitasking. It's what I do. Do it on my cooking show. I do it here. Trying to make sure everything is right. Yes, it is working. So that's great. So excited. Good morning. Hey, sisters. Okay. Yeah, we are on our way to do a cooking demo for Food Lion Tour. And I gotta tell you, I don't know what my husband doing is driving his truck over here, but I wanted to come on and talk and just uplift today and give some inspiration. This is about entrepreneurs, and the Lord shows up and wants to help you. But if you sit and you cry when he's sitting right there to bless you, but you won't recognize it's him, you're sitting feeling sorry for what you are going through, and you're looking at the next person like they are better than you, and you don't even know their story. That next person that looks and acts like you, acts like they have millions of dollars and is broke as you. You are in your feelings talking about them and how to carry them, how they carry themselves and how they look, and they are as broke as you. But the difference is they are closer on getting to their goal with their business because they don't stop and rest. Miles Monroe once said, I remember watching his series, and he was saying how you needed to work. If you have to work a full-time job because you're trying to build your business, that you still can work your full-time job, but you got at least work your part-time job, at least part-time, 5 days a week. Everybody needs rest, so you still take your time to rest. But if you don't focus on your job and spend the time that's needed, you'll never reach your goal. And while you're sitting here looking at everybody else, wondering why they are where they are or why they're doing what they're doing, is because they are doing and putting in the time that they need to do their work. And it's just that plain and simple. You have to think about it like this. When you see doctors, you see lawyers, you see famous people, singers, rappers, dancers, actors. All these people are making all this money. They put in the work. They don't just go and do it and they just get a paycheck that comes miraculously. They have to put in the work. So if you have a small business down to a big corporation, you have to put in the work. If you don't, you're just going to keep getting what you're getting. So for me and my husband, I'll use us for an example. We've been doing our business for 9 years. 9 years. And I still am trying to keep a full-time job. But we're putting in the work. We're putting in the time. I am working relentlessly around the clock on the computer trying to figure stuff out. But you gotta put it all in. You gotta figure it out. And we just can't keep sitting stagnant. You have goals, you have dreams, and a lot of people think, and like that are starting their business or working their business, that they think that they're family, right? We all sell out and think that our family could help us pitch in, do something with our business, support us or whatever. But you've got to realize, and I know everybody's seen it, that sometimes your biggest supporters are not your family and friends. They're people that you don't know. They're people that have no clue who you are. They have no judgment against you. But if they try your product, or if they see your product, or if they can use your product, they're just going to do it at no cost. No, they're not going to think. They're not going to waver. Nothing. So my word for today in my verse is Proverbs 18:21. It says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So if you keep speaking life into your business, you keep speaking life into yourself and believing in yourself, you will reap the fruit of it. It's just that plain and simple. You have to be the person to believe in what you're doing. You have to believe in being that person that is going to take the time and do it. You cannot rely on other people. It is you. You got to look yourself in the mirror. You have to say, it's me, and how am I going to get myself there? And everything else will fall in line. I will tell you, me and my husband have decided to sell out to our business. And we had a restaurant about 2 years ago, and we opened for about 2 days, and we lost a lot of money. It's right after COVID, when people didn't want to work and so forth. And so we weren't working when we closed it down, and my husband Zane had to have some surgery on his shoulder afterwards. So we were out of work for a while. So a lot of things, ended up building up on our credit. And when we were out of work, it hit. So we had to make a decision for us. Are we going to keep sitting and moping and crying and being upset? And even though it was frustrating and it hurt, what were we going to do about it? Because we believe our business. Hello, how are y'all? Hi, Tracy. Hi, Dog Prod. Hi, Maddie. How are you? Hi, Nancy. Miss you. And, we have to figure out what to do. So I was sitting for about 6 months. And again, I thought the Lord was talking to me, and I didn't know, and I wasn't for sure. So I sat for like 6 months teetering on what to do. And I finally went to my husband and I said, honey, the Lord told me to sell our house and pay off our debt and become 100% debt free, and then go ahead and rebuild, because we need to be able to focus on our business. Our children are grown. They've been gone for a couple of years, and it was just he and I. And even though we loved our house, he had a hard time with it. He did not want to do it. But I said, honey, the Lord showed me, if we sell out and we trust him and we sell our house, we pay that debt off, rebuild our credit, he is going to do major things for us. But he needs to trust in us, right? He needs to see us do it. And he bucked the system for a long time. It was bad. He was mean. He was upset. He was just like, I don't know, because we could stay in our house and just say, we'll forget it, close the business down. And all of a sudden we started getting all these orders while he was thinking. We were getting orders. We were getting all this stuff coming through. And we were like, okay, so what's happening? And I said, honey, I think God is trying to tell us something. And I said, but it's your decision. And so he trusted the process. He said, if you're saying the Lord's going to do it, is telling you to do it, he said, I'm going to trust you. We sold our house. We purchased a 40-foot RV. We are living in it. We travel for the business with it when we can. And we have become debt free. So the goal is to be debt free so that you can grow. So that's how much we believe in our business, right? And we keep getting so many people reaching out to us. And when we say, oh, we think we're going to close down, something keeps happening. We just start getting something. We get major orders. We get another mom and pop grocery store, and we just keep going through these things where the Lord just keeps tapping and giving us tests and saying, I need y'all to trust me. I need you to trust me. Trust the process. And it hurts. And it doesn't feel good sometimes. And sometimes it bothers us. And we have to just keep saying, we trust God. We trust him. And we're seeing the results. They're slow, right? And we're like, we thought we were going to be there. But all we're saying is, God, we trust you. We believe in you. And we're going to wait for you. And we're going to keep going through these motions. So if I can tell you anything, if you're sitting there stumbling, trying to figure out if you should start a business, if you have some ideas, if you have a business and you're just sitting stagnant, you got to look yourself in the mirror, because the only one, as long as you trust God, the only thing that is happening and the only reason why you are not succeeding is because of you. And you have to trust God. You've got to believe in him. Believe me, if I can tell you wholeheartedly that we sit and we think and we wonder, and sometimes I say, because my husband has been born and raised in church, he's a PK kid, and I'm saying, Lord, why would you give me the vision? Why would you give it to me? Like, he's the one that know you better than I know you. But God doesn't discriminate, right? He uses people for purposes. And someone had told us one time that they believe that God didn't give it to my husband because he knew that my husband wouldn't approve, that he just would have like, nope, we can afford our house, we can stay in it, nope, we're not going to do this, nope, we're not going to do it. But he gave it to me, and I'm saying, I think we should try it, honey. Let's try. And I buttered him up and I sweet talked him, and I got on that computer and I put the plan in process, and I did my spreadsheets and did my budget, and I said, honey, here's where we are. This is where we will be, and this is where we will get to, and this is what we can do. And he said, okay, I'm going to trust the process. So when we get frustrated and we get discouraged, we say, God, we trust you. God, we trust you. And that's all that we could do. And we're seeing the fruits. We're seeing the fruits. And it's slow, but we're going to get there. So I just wanted to come on this morning to encourage any of you that are contemplating business ventures, that are doing it. Get up and do it. Find that time. We used to get up, go to the clubs, hang out in the streets, drink, smoke. We found time to do all of that. Hang out, go places, spend money, do shopping. If you took that same time and energy and just said, God, I trust you, and sit down at that computer or build that platform or do that spreadsheet or start your business, then you can do it. We've got some friends that I'll tell you that we had met, and they are both entrepreneurs. They have 2 different businesses. And when we were talking to them about us and what we were going through, they were like, and y'all are doing this? And we're like, we're doing it. We're trusting. We trust God. We're doing this process. And they have gone home and purchased their vehicle for their business and started up. I gave the information for the websites and all of that stuff. Go to this website, tell them what you're trying to do, find your plan, find what works for you, put your product out there and sell your product. Start going to trade shows and festivals. I will tell you, if any of you have any products that you can literally sell at a table, I say look in your city and states and Google. There are places that you could go to where you can go to trade shows. You set up, get you a tablecloth with your business name, set your product up, put your pricing out there and start selling. Sell it. And then as you start getting comfortable, you will start finding out that you could reach out to different cities and states. So we travel to different cities and states, to festivals, to fairs, to trade shows, to all kinds of different events just selling our product and getting people to taste it. So my husband cooks vegetables, fresh vegetables, and he puts our seasoning on there and people get to taste it and buy it. Well, if we weren't out there, no one would know about us. So we're shipping all over the United States. We're also in every Food Lion, all 504 Food Lions in North Carolina. And now we're in the process of trying to get into some big box stores. But that's because we don't give up. We keep pushing day in and day out. We are hustling and grinding. So I just want y'all to be encouraged to do it. Stretch out there and do it and be you and be the best person that you could be on your business adventure. And I hope that this blessed someone, and just stay focused and have a blessed